reflect on last weekend and the effect it might have and how keen you'll all be to get back on the horse? I know Jed Brannan was incredibly frustrated in the post-match interview that you didn't get anything out of the game. How do you stop that frustration sticking around and have a clean slate and move on to another game against Wimbledon?
It wasn't just Jed who was frustrated. We was all frustrated in there. I feel like we had enough chances to go on and get a draw, if not win the game. I think we switched off for a minute and we conceded, and then we found ourselves just chasing a game again. But we've had a good week's training. We was in all week. There's still a buzz in the changing room, and we all can't wait for Saturday.
Because up until that point, the new year had been really good for you. I mean, performances and results are different things, of course, but you'd been getting results. How much do you have to make sure that one result that you weren't happy with doesn't affect that confidence?
Yeah, well, that's it. Like you just said, the start to 2025, we've been good. We're winning games. So we just got to get back on the horse and not let the defeat affect us. We're back at home, so we'll have the crowd behind us. Wimbledon, they're a good team. It's not going to be an easy game, but like I say, we've had a good week's training. We're looking good. So let's just come Saturday, forget about the Port Vale game and get 3 points here.
How do you reflect on the transfer window? It's clearly increased competition in a few areas of the pitch. It's definitely increased competition at the top end of the pitch, particularly with Kelsey Mooney coming back from injury. How much do you relish that competition, and how important is it to impact the game when you get the chance to be on the pitch?
Yeah, I want to play every game, and if it's possible, it's possible. But if it isn't, then I've just got to bide my time. And I was doing well, and then dropped out the team. And like you just said, if I'm on the bench, I've just got to make sure when I come on, I do impact the game. If that's with an assist or with a goal. But I'm working hard in training, and I just want to keep going. And like I say, it's up to the gaffer which 11 he picks. But just work hard in training, and hopefully I get the shirt.
We've talked about your sort of adaptation into a forward player from being a wide player predominantly this season. Do you think it might help you even more now that you're versatile, because there is more competition for places? If there's a change of system during a game or something, you can kind of fit in a few places.
Yeah, I know obviously I come as a winger and I've been playing up front, but I'm enjoying it up there now. I'm starting to learn a little bit more about it. Obviously working it in training every day as a forward. So I'm just learning obviously the forward role, but like you say, if there's ever a change of formation to start the game or throughout the game, my versatility will help that. If he ever wants to go to a three up front, I can go on the wing either side, or I don't know, if we need to go over two up top, I can also do that. So it's good to have, and whichever position I get put in, I'll just make sure I give 100%.
I mentioned the transfer window there and new players coming in. I think it's easy to forget for us as fans watching that you guys just people. You're just normal blokes, most of you. It's a strange thing, isn't it, when players sign for clubs and players go.
Yeah.
You've been living with Zach Orr, who's been recalled because unfortunately he's picked up a serious injury. You've now ended up with a new housemate in Joe O'Brien-Whitmarsh, who's come in on loan from Southampton. What is it like dealing with those day-to-day life things and trying to gel with new people?
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Obviously, like you say, I was living with Zach, and to start off with, moving in with someone new, it's obviously going to be a little bit strange because you're living with a stranger. But obviously, as time goes on, you get to know each other. You're with each other every day at work. Me and Zach got a good relationship, and I was gutted for him when he got his injury. But I still speak to him. I'll ring him with texts and stuff. So he'll be back soon, was that? But Joe's just a sound lad. He's moved in. He's been here all week now. We've got a good bond. We'll play the darts together, like I was speaking about, and watch football. He's a good kid, is Joe, and sound.
Can it help to spend a lot of time together away from, as you say, you're in work every day together, but does it help to spend time away from this environment, whether it's on an away trip, whether it's at home, whatever it may be?
I guess so. I mean, obviously I live with Joe now, so we just chill together. As he's coming as new, I feel like I'm a kind of person who will just take him under my wing and look after him, and I feel like I'm a confident person in the changing room, so I've brought him in and he's well looked after in there.
And I guess having been new to it yourself 6 months ago or whatever it was, it's probably quite fresh in your mind, integrating, getting to know people, and perhaps you can help with that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I knew myself, so I know what it's like coming into a changing room. It's always a little bit daunting, you know, and you don't really know anyone. You just sit in corner and you just catch yourself on your phone scrolling, not really talking to anyone. But like I say, I'm confident in there now. Like, I'll just be one of the talkers and stuff, and I'm always loud in there. And I just make sure that even when Devon first come in, you know, I introduced him to everyone, and he's in there now chatting his head off to everyone. So I'm sure Joe will be in a few weeks. Before
we talk specifically about the game, I've got to ask you about Sean Worley, Player of the Month for January. We kind of run out of superlatives for him. How does he keep doing it? It's not really to do with age, it's to do with consistency as much as anything.
Nah, Sean's not really many ways to describe him. You know, when I first come to the club, I heard about Sean and someone about, you know, his age and he's still at it in this and that. And I remember, I should say his physique, he's a joke. He's always in gym, on the training pitch. You know, he's always putting in 100%. And I think for someone like me who's plays a similar position to Sean, it's good to look up to. And if I ever have any questions, whatever, I know that I can go speak to him. I can talk, I can text him, I can call him. But I'm just buzzing for him. You know, he deserves the Player of the Month. It wasn't long ago, I remember saying to him, like, have you ever won it? And he was like, no, I've not won it. And then he come in yesterday and, you know, I seen it, I was just buzzing for him, and it's well deserved.
As far as the game's concerned, is there a bit of a feeling of unfinished business with Wimbledon after what happened down there?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think we own one, don't we? Obviously, everyone knows what happened there, but like I say, it's not going to be an easy game. They're a good side and they're up there in the playoffs. But I reckon they'll be saying the same themselves. You know, they won't expect to come here and just turn us over. They'll not be a tough game. And yeah, come Saturday 3 o'clock, we'll be right at it.
Some of your better results this season have actually come against teams that have been up there and in contention. And I don't think you've beaten too many of the teams down at the bottom.
Yeah.
Can you explain that?
I don't know what it is. I wish I could, but I can't. I think it's just, I don't know, maybe mindset. I think obviously when you come up against a team who's up there flying, I don't know if you're just thinking to yourself like we've got to be at it. Whereas if you get someone who's, you know, lower down, you have to take your foot off the gas. I don't know, but like I say, come tomorrow, we'll be at it.